An untried horse at 6 a.m. was saddle broke by noon. No form of equine foolery Billy wasn't going to try. It was just one thing that spooked him. He was way too scared to fly. If I was meant to do it, I'd have feathers and a beak. You take the plane in a day, I'll drive and waste a week. I've been told they're safe as houses and mechanically they're sound. But I don't see no rope or bridle, so I'm sticking to the ground. Then one day Billy got a call from his mate in Adelaide. Saying he'd got his girl in trouble and the wedding cards were played.
Oh, Bill, I don't care how you do it. You can beg, steal, or borrow. But you're going to have to catch the plane. The big day's on tomorrow.
Well, Bill just shook his head and spat it. That dopey bloody coot. He knows I'd jump on anything that's coming out of chute. Caught bulls that'd kill ya. Caught stallions got off their brain. Never thought the day would come. I'd have to catch a plane. He legged it to the airport and thought, well, this is it. The lady at the counter said, where would you like to sit? You know that black box thing they always seem to find? You can put me right inside it if you wouldn't bloody mind. The lady smiled politely and said, I'll just take your bag. I don't bloody think so, and by the way, it's called a swag. Bill was sweating buckets when they finally cleared the strip. He had his seatbelt on that tight, he was bleeding from the hip. When they levelled out, he stopped shaking at the knees, looked around and thought, this flying goes a breeze. He stretched out in his seat. Well, couldn't stretch that far because his swag was at his feet. The captain crackled something and Bill asked the hostess what was said. Sir, you'd better buckle up. There's some turbulence. Turbulence? What's that? Sir, it's pockets caused by heat. And when it gets severe, it can throw you from your seat. Throw me? I'll be buggered. He pushed his seat right back, wrapped his legs around his swag, stuck his left hand through the strap. He pulled down his akubra. He was ready now to ride. Things got pretty bumpy. And Billy yelled, outside! Well, that plane, she dropped 1,000 feet, rose up 500 more. When his head near hit the ceiling, he gave a mighty roar. I've rode all through the territory and never come unstuck. So give me all you got, big bird, and buck, you bastard buck. And while the passengers were screaming in fear of certain death, Billy whooped and hollered till he near ran out of breath. You would have thought that canvas swag was welded to his ass. Before the ringer knew it, he bucked up to business class. There seemed no way to tame this creature. It had 10 years and reverse. Didn't bother Billy, he bucked him through to first. He'd done somersaults and twists on this mongrel mount from hell. He cried out to the pilot, for Christ's sakes, ring the bell! He was bleeding from the bugle. He had cuts above both eyes if you weren't there on the spot. You'd probably think I'm telling lies. He'd been inside out, upside down, done flips and triple spins. You might have seen some great rides in your time, but hands down, Billy wins. Well, the flight returned to normal. Bill was flat out on the deck, still stuck to his swag, but he looked a bloody wreck. He pulled himself together, stood up, and raised his hat and said, I've had some tough trips in my time, but never one quite like that. An 8-second spin in Alice proves you made of sturdy stuff. I was on there near a minute, and I reckon that's enough. But first class folk were dumbstruck at this crazy ringer's feat. Bill just grabbed a crownie and he went back to his seat. Now years have passed and Bill's long geared the bucking game away. Too many breaks and dusty miles for far too little pay. And flying's not a problem. In fact, he'd rather fly than ride. But when you talk about his maiden flight, he's just busts out with pride. You can talk about your Rocky Neds and that old chainsaw bloke. I'd ride them both without a rope and roll the bloody smoke. There's cowboys around who think they're hot. Well, they ain't tasted heat till they've ridden time on Turbulence at 30,000 feet.